Like if you're Harry and Meghan, once again, you're on the warpath, this time with someone who worked with you very closely, was very supportive, and apparently was meant to be on your side. Seemingly, once again, something dramatically has gone wrong. But as ever, what is it? Hope you're keeping well, whatever you're doing. Let's have a wonderful wave today. You all right? Keeping well? Lovely. Lovely as ever to have your company. And welcome one and all brand new subscribers. It's always nice to see new people enjoying the channel. And those, of course, who've been with us for many months now, yeah, over 2 years I think it is, in fact. Yes, welcome, and do make everybody welcome and feel very much included. We're all chums here on this channel, and the only thing I ask is that you be polite and kind to each other, and no bad swearing, no nasty words. We all like to be fun. Back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. You can imagine, can't you, really, with Harry and Meghan, it's not easy for them right now. You know, people that they thought were on their side, were seemingly on their pitch, as it were, are now turning against them. And I've told you before, this is the game of show business. This is what happens. If people turn against you when you're suddenly not hot, you're not making money for them anymore. And the bottom line is, even a streaming giant like Spotify, you have to make a return. That's the deal. Now, the bigger picture is, when you think about it, if you study it, Harry and Meghan really just wandered off with the cash. I mean, they didn't have to do too much to get the money, did they? Now, what's interesting here really is that a former executive and still very much part in the team of Spotify, Bill Simmons, has come out and said that Harry and Meghan were simply nothing more than grifters. One can imagine that's going to prove incredibly difficult in the bigger picture. Now, you see, the problem that you have is simply this. When someone comes out like that, it's very difficult to pull back from that, because they are a respected executive who people have looked up to, particularly in the company. And Mr. Simmons, I've been told, feels very badly about the mass losses of jobs that have been incurred. Hence the reason he decided to speak out publicly, and speak out he has done. Not going down well at all, as you can imagine, out in that Montecito mansion. But now, according to a very good source, both Harry and Meghan are simply looking at the bigger picture, because this really should be locked down into an NDA situation. And Harry and Meghan, as ever, and their team cast their legal eye over this particular situation. Because you see, this now makes it very difficult for them to move forward, for them to secure other audio deals, streaming giants, that sort of stuff. And the word grifter, as we all know, basically means somebody who's taken a lot of money, not done much for it, and basically a sponger, as we say here in the north of England. Doesn't bode well, does it? But now, of course, if you think about it, Harry and Meghan have been listed by an executive of a company that they enjoyed quite a bit of a time with, albeit for a short period, but for at least a few months, success. As we told you recently, Meghan and Harry were told, according to them, that their podcast was indeed #1. They celebrated. It was put out as a press release, but seemingly someone was playing, shall we say, funny stuff with the truth. Mr. Simmons has basically come out and said it was a huge mistake. They cost the company a lot of money, and no one should have signed them. Whichever way you look at it, this could escalate very quickly. And according to that source, Harry and Meghan once again are casting their legal eagles over this particular topic to see exactly where could be taken next. I'm not too concerned though, because Mr. Simmons is a very wealthy executive. Clearly, he holds the power in this particular situation. If I were Harry and Meghan, I would simply draw a line under it, or in fact, pack your podcast microphone away and simply slither off, in the hope that people may draw a line under it themselves and hopefully forget the lack of success the whole idea finally achieved.